My name is Dr. Pat Asadu. I represent Nsukka, Igboeze South. I'm also from Enugu State. And I rise to support the Save Our Soul motion, heavily moved by my colleague and brother, Dr. Mekojam. I actually think that what Nigeria is facing is more than herdsmen against crop farmers. And remind us that when Boko Haram was starting, Nigeria had this same attitude of playing the ostrich, pretending that it will all pass over. Uzuwani, Nimbo, where this massacre happened, had lived with the cattle Fulani for the past as long as I can remember. And they are a neighboring community to my own constituency. And they've been living in peace. But suddenly, like has been happening in other parts of the country, a tendency is developing where criminals and actual terrorists pretending to be cattle rearers or herdsmen mix with these people and unleash mayhem on unsuspecting and sleeping villagers. And I think that my concern is that we as a people are talking about herdsmen against farmers. And the government seems to be reacting in the same perspective that there is a misunderstanding between herdsmen and farmers. We eat the cattle, we eat the meat, and we need the cattle rearers around us. Just as the cattle rearers need us around them. But where we have the problem is that some terrorists who actually are losing out in the northeast and other parts of the country where they have been waging war against this country seem to be systematically moving into the hinterland and pretending and masquerading as cattle farmers, cattle rearers. They are unleashing untold mayhem on the citizenry. And I think that this house, and I think that this house, do identify what is going on in this country appropriately. As terrorism spreading from one part of this country to the rest. And anybody who can wage war against a defenseless citizen who has not in any way disturbed their own source of income, disturbed their livelihood, who is actually hosting strangers, that person is a terrorist. And it is our duty as a parliament, is also the challenge for the executive and especially as security agencies to identify those who unleash this mayhem, because what they are trying to set up, which they fail in Boko Haram, is to engineer one part of Nigeria against the other. If it goes down to our psyche and goes down to our children that a particular section is killing the other section because of their own farmland, that is not going to engender more peace in this country. So I am pleading that this house is not in any way be deceived by the so-called herdsmen attacking crop farmers, but identify terrorists who pretend to be cattle rearers, who are, if you saw the pictures of the young men and women armless and totally defenseless in their sleeves that are being killed in hundreds, and the government is waiting to react. I do not expect anything than getting assurances that people should go about their normal businesses and the government is on top of his game. And I plead that this house do not just resolve that anybody waging war against a legitimate citizen going about his business is a terrorist, and all the paraphernalia used in fighting Boko Haram must be trained on those who pretend to be herdsmen and kill our citizens for nothing. I also plead that we get our security agencies to stop these reactionary measures. The council chairman assured me that he let the security agencies know about the imminence of this attack. And up to now, until it happened, nothing serious was done. Even in another part of Enugu, when the report came and the citizens wanted to lie.
Order. Honorable members, silence please. Honorable members, can you take your seats please?
I think that this way, we are again playing with fire. We are
order, honorable members, please.
To spread around the countryside. And if it is going from one part of the country to the rest of the country must rise, condemn these terrorist acts, and act in the same unison that we use in fighting Boko Haram, in stopping the terrorism that's ready to be herdsmen.